it's around about 3 minutes past, so I'm going to start now. So for those who are just new and have just joined the room, my name's Natalie Burns. I look after the services and care across all of our 60 retirement villages we have across Australia. So it's a pretty big job. Just a bit of background about myself. I started at Stockland in 2014 as the village manager at Greenleaves Retirement Village. It's about 14 kilometres south of Brisbane. It was a great little village. It was just me there. Had about 104 residents there, and I did that for 2 years. And then after that 2-year period, then I was asked to provide support to our service department asset class, which is basically around about 20 of our villages have service departments within them, and I know Templestowe is one of those villages. And that's a really great option for people who want to extend their ability to live independently. So maybe down the track I can do a little presentation about those for residents that are interested in that product. But I'm very passionate about that. And then from there I moved into more of, I guess, a services role where I now also oversee our our Benefits Plus program, which is a partner program. So I'm going to just go into my little slide deck, so bear with me and feel free to send me little chats along the way. I'll try and answer all those questions, and if I don't get to answer them all today, we can certainly come back to you all on those questions later on. I'd also like to just introduce Harold. He's going to be taking over from me because I actually have to leave to run to another meeting in about 20 minutes time. So he's just going to pick up and actually take you into our new learning and education portal. But firstly, I just thought I'd just do a little bit of an overview about what is Benefits Plus, in case you hadn't heard of it. It's an exclusive program that we have just exclusively for you, Stockland residents. And what it does is it really just enhances the services you've already got at your village. So you've got a really great offering there in terms of lifestyle and amenity. What the partnership program does is just brings together partners that can support you with different things that you might need. So I'll go into some of our partners in a minute, but it's really just designed as a way to provide that additional support to you around some key pillars, which is really, I guess, our lifestyle, our health and care as well. It's very flexible. It's there if you want it. And you don't have to use any of the partners, but they're there ready for you if you do want to use them. And below here on just this page that you're seeing at the moment is the link of how to get onto the Stockland Benefits Plus website. So it's really easy to get online. You just type in Stockland Benefits Plus, and if you can't ever remember that, just go to Google and type in Stockland Benefits Plus, and you'll actually be taken to the website for it. But you've got the link here, so if you've got a pen and paper handy, feel free to write that down. It won't be the only time you'll see it throughout this presentation. It's actually on a few pages in this pack, and we can certainly send you this pack afterwards as well out to you if you like. Okay, next slide. So this just really is just a bit of an overview of the whole program. There's 3 main pillars: lifestyle partners, which includes people like Kohls Online. We've got the health and well-being, so people more around your health, like for instance Australian Hearing is one of our partners. National Home Doctor Service is another one of our partners. And then you've got the care and support, and most of you have probably heard of 5 Good Friends, maybe other types of home care partners that we have under that umbrella. But 5 Good Friends is our national home care provider, so some of you are probably already familiar with them. Others might relate more to names like Rembrandt, Home Instead, and also Enrich Home Living is another one of our partners that we have under that pillar. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview of some of our partners. So this is the website. So when you first log on, you'll see the categories here. So if you click on lifestyle, it will show you who our lifestyle partners are. If you click on the care and health, it will show you those partners. The activities and education portal is what Harold's going to take you through a little bit later in this session, and he's going to really delve into that, and he's actually going to take you into it live so you can see what's in that portal, how it can help you with activities and things to enrich yourselves with. You know, so there's some really exciting things in there like TED Talks, which you probably won't know what that is, but Harold will show you exactly what is a TED Talk. And then you can talk to your grandkids and your kids about, hey, I just watched this really cool TED Talk. So it's the in thing, trust me. Everybody's watching TED Talks at the moment or listening to podcasts. So quite exciting, and Harold will do a great job of taking you through that. We've also got a news section, so you can click on the latest news that's happening. And then we have a My Rewards platform as well, where you can buy discounted gift cards. And Harold, would be great as well if you can actually delve into that and show the people on the line today how they can get online and actually purchase discounted gift cards. You don't pay any credit card fees at all, and you actually will buy discounted cards, which means you won't pay the full dollar value on the card. So if you do want to send, say, your family a gift voucher, an e-gift voucher, you can jump online. You might only pay, say, for instance, $95 for a gift card, but it'll actually have $100 value. So you're immediately saving, you know, $5, for example, and it won't cost you anything. You won't get charged any credit card fees as well. We actually pick up that cost ourselves. So in terms of going onto the Benefits Plus website, the first time you do log on to the site, you will actually see this little panel that says Unlock Registration. And that is because the website itself is visible to everybody. So everybody in the world could see this if they wanted to. So the way we protect it, just so it's only for our residents, is we actually use a special village code. So you can see here on the page, ARSC stands for Arilla, and then it's got Benefits Plus, and that will unlock it. So then you can actually then go and register on the site. So you then can put your own email address and your own password. And once you've done that, your browser usually remembers that, so that you don't have to keep coming back and doing that every time. But if for any reason you do forget your password, it's really easy for you to just ask for a password reminder, and it will send you a reminder of what your password actually is. So, but this code, you can get that from your village manager. They're very familiar with that code, that your particular village code will usually be the letters of your village. So this is probably Arilla, I would suggest. For my village, it was GLSC, and that's because it was for green leaves. And it's usually also on your billing report. So if you're not sure what your village code is, have a look at your billing report. It usually has that code on there because that's your unique identifier for your village. And if your village manager says, I don't know what you're talking about, say, well, what's the code, you know, that you use, and maybe show them this is an example. They'll know exactly what you mean, and you can put that in, and then Benefits Plus, and you'll get access to unlock the registration. And there's the website again, if you want to write that down if you didn't get a chance to before. Stockland Benefits Plus, and then the /. Okay, moving along. So this is just an example of some of our lifestyle partners. So we've actually got the My Rewards gift card portal fits under that as well. So that's where you can jump on and buy those gift cards that I was talking about before. You've got Kohls and Woolworths. I think Kohls probably give, I think, a 5% discount from memory. Woolworths is a 4% discount, but you can buy, you know, gift cards like BCF, Kathmandu, you name it. You can go on there, and they're all e-gift cards. You can actually get hard copy versions and get those posted to you, but these days it's very easy to do the online ones. And I actually purchased a whole heap the other day for this program, just to thank some of our residents who are teaching people how to paint and draw and things like that. And it was so easy. They just emailed me the little gift voucher, and actually looked like a real gift voucher. So you could imagine if you're giving it to somebody as a gift, it would be really easy to just forward that on to your family member. And it actually looks like a real picture of the ones like you see in the supermarket. So it was really good. I was really impressed with it. We've also got Temple and Webster, and probably one of our more popular ones is Kohls Online. So I'll just go into the next slide because I've got a little bit more detail on Kohls Online. So that's really a great partnership for us in our villages, because at most of our villages, and there's probably only a couple of regionals where this doesn't happen, but Kohls Online will actually deliver to your homes the groceries if you order online on a Thursday for free. Normally there'd be a delivery fee, but you can actually ask them to deliver as long as you provide them. There is a little residence code here, so it's called Stockland Free. When you're placing your online order, and maybe Harold later on, you might be able to show residents how they can actually use that little code when they buy online with Kohls.
I use it.
Oh, you use it. Great. Thanks, Mari.
Right.
Yeah, and they will even bring it in onto the kitchen bench and unpack it if you want them to. I mean, you don't have to do that, but if you want them to, they'll come and even unpack the heavy items for you. And what that's good for is that, you know, if you're really struggling kind of going out and bringing it all home and then having to unpack it all, it just makes the load a lot lighter by, you know, ordering some of those big bulky items online. And then you might still want to go shopping, but you can get the heavy things like the heavy tins and the cartons of milk. That's always hard. And I know at my village at Greenleaves, a lot of residents weren't driving anymore because we lived opposite the big Westfield. And they would literally go over, and this would be great for them to be able to just order online and just have it brought straight over to them. So next slide. This is my reward. So this just gives you a little bit more in depth of what it looks like when you log into that portal. The biggest discount you can get is up to 7%, but on average for Coles Myer, it's somewhere between that 4 to 5% discount. You can get discounted movie tickets as well, and box office tickets when things return to normal, which will be exciting. But yeah, it's worth having a little look around and sticky beak in there and just see what's available. So it's really great with Christmas coming up. You can't necessarily see family, they might be interstate. You can actually jump on and get a few gift cards. And the ones I ordered from Woolworths the other day arrived within like 5 minutes of me ordering them. So it was pretty instantaneous. Certainly feedback to us if you have any dramas or delays, but all going well. It was really quick. They do sometimes say make sure you check your junk mail to make sure it didn't land in there, but that didn't happen to me. So I had a really good user experience with it, and that was the first time I'd ever used it myself. So was perfect experience. Next slide. So this is one of our, I guess, our bit of an overview of our care and support page. So you can see here, we have obviously 5 Good Friends. Some of you probably know them. We've got Home Instead, Rembrandt Living. We also have a partner called Care Guidance that provides support for our residents that are transitioning into residential aged care. Well, they will actually help with the triaging process. They'll also help with shortlisting the right residential care based on you or your family's needs. So this is more for people that are thinking of getting to that stage and they just want that support. They do provide free support. And of course, we have our partner as well, Opal Aged Care, where we're building co-located aged care usually on adjacent land that we might have available. So for an example of that is that the Willows in Sydney, there was a big parcel of land next door to our village. They've recently built an aged care facility adjacent to that. So not saying that happens at all of our villages, but there's some opportunities where we can actually partner that way. And that's great for the residents living there to know that that's so close to them as well. So particularly if there's a couple and one of their family members does need to go into aged care, that's really worked well. Next slide. So this is the activities and education portal part of it, which is just about on time actually for me to hand over to Harold. So he's now actually going to take you through this in a lot more depth, and he'll also ask you if there's anything else that you'd like to show him. So maybe Harold, if you can take them through this first initially, and then if somebody in the waiting room, I'll let Lynette in. So we've got a bit of a latecomer. Hi Lynette, I'll just let you in. Sorry, I'm not sure. I don't think you were sitting there too long, hopefully. So Harold's now just about to go in and start showing you through the education and activities portal. So I'm now going to hand over to Harold. So Harold, when you're ready, I am just going to hand over to you and I will jump out, but lovely to meet you all, and I'll say goodbye here, and you're in safe hands with Harold. He'll look after you from here, and away we go. Harold, I'm going to make you the host now. You ready to go, Harold?
Yeah, thank you very much. And hopefully I do look after you in these are safe hands. I can only do my best.
I'm sure you'll do a great job, Harold. You're the expert. You'll probably be better at it than me. So thanks, everyone.
If I'm the expert, we're all in trouble.
No, all good. Thanks, Harold. Thanks, everybody, for joining, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, so welcome everyone. My name's Harold Peacock from IT for Retirees. Now, can hopefully people can hear me?
Can we see your face?
I will turn on my camera so you can see what it looks like. Then I might turn it off. The reason for that is because often you can see things faster when videos are not on. But I'll certainly turn that on now. Can you see me now? Oh, yes. Thank you. I can see we're friends already, so thank you very much. But yes, I do my best. I've had an easy life, let's put it that way. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully you can see my screen and you can see the Stockland Benefits Plus website as we're looking at it there now. So the main thing is with the Benefits Plus website from Stockland, you do need to be a resident of Stockland villages, of course. That's one of the many benefits of being there, of course. So what I'll do, I was going to run through. Well, I was certainly going to go into the new sections for you in that activities education, because there's some really great stuff there. But just for those that haven't registered before, I'm going to show you how to register and log in. Because yes, you can see the website if you're not logged in. You can't use the material in there, because that's why it is for residents only. Now there is a question there from Lynette. She asked, she's previously registered, has a membership card and number. Is that sufficient? Well, no, it's not. You do need to register for this online service, because back when you got their card and membership number, it was you used the card and showed that and used that number perhaps on the phone. But now everything is online, so you do need to go through this registration process so that you can take advantage of what's on there. So Lynette, hopefully that answers that question. But here's the Stockland's page, and like you've already seen, you can scroll down there and see the different sections. But like all websites, typically you can see all the different sections along the top as well. Now, as we're going through the Benefits Plus site, if ever you get lost, don't worry. You don't need to forget or remember where you are. Always go to the top left, look for the Stockland logo, click on that, and they'll always bring you home. And there's also the home button, which you can see at the top. Again, websites typically have a home button up there as well, but they also have the website over here, and that will typically bring you home back to the start again. So don't worry if you get lost, you can always go right back to the start. So over in the top right hand corner here, where you can see my mouse pointing, is my account. Now I've already set up with an account, but I'll show you how to register for the first time. In fact, I just clicked on that down button, you can see login or register. So if it's the first time that you've registered, click on register, and what it'll ask you for, first of all, you do need the village registration, the village registration number, like it's already been said. Now you get that from your village manager. Now there's a number of reasons or benefits you get from that. One, you get access to it, but secondly, they can also identify which village you're in case there's any communications, and it can also help with when you're getting deliveries for things like kohls as well, because that way it's just if there's any queries, kohls ring, and if they can't get you, then get the village and so on. So that certainly does help. So get that. Now if you need to, I'll just move that. So you go to log in. Now the first time that you go to register, you click on register. Now I won't be entered because I've already set up, but click on register, enter the village code, and then you'll be asked for an email address and your password. Now I always suggest to people before they go to register, write these things down. Obviously the passcode, write it down, write down your name. Well, you should know that, but there's certainly the email address, have that written down. and write down a password as well before you go. That way, or before you log on, that way it's just, you're not stressed and it's just easy to step through one at a time. Plus, you've got the benefit of already having the passwords written down, because if you're like me, I've got thousands of passwords and I do need to write them down, otherwise I forget them. But do keep them safe. You don't leave your money out on the footpath and expect it to be there tomorrow, just like you wouldn't leave your password either. So please look after passwords as if it's your money. So after you've set that up, your name, username, password, and of course that village registration number, then you'll be able to log in. So whenever you come to the Stockland Benefits Plus site, which you can see at the top there, that's the website address. Click on account, and once you've registered, then from then on, you don't need to register again. You just click login. You type in your email address, and that is my email address. That's my password. I always recommend click that show your password, because when you're entering it in, that way you can actually see you're keying it right. Because if you're like me, I have fat fingers, and so I sometimes click the wrong key and accidentally get my password wrong. So keep that ticked, so then that way you can see what you're typing on screen. Remember me, I'd also click that, because that also keeps your email address in there, but you still need to enter your password. Anyway, once you do that, let's log in, and then you get to see the full access to the Benefits Plus site. Now, if you're wondering, are you logged in? Well, you can always see by the top right-hand side, it'll have your name. Remember, when you registered the first time, you put in your name, email address, password, and the village code. That's how it knows it's you. And you can see that you are logged in and ready to go. Now, some really good items along here, like you've had lifestyle, health and wellbeing, or care and health now, and activities and education. That's a new one. And I think it's new because a lot of people, because you've been confined or going out less, you can find a home a lot more. They've been looking for that kind of stuff, and there's some really good resources. We'll go into that live to have a look. So look, I'll go into that first, because that's what you've just seen, but I'll go into the other ones as well, because there's some really good resources there, and maybe some little hints and tips too, if you haven't used them before. But to look at any of these, you can either click on the top, or let's go home again, or down here. They're going to exactly the same place. For me, I'm a little lazy to scroll down. I just use along the top, but it's totally up to you. Either way, they go to the same place. So I clicked on activities and education, and here we are. This way you can scroll down and see what's in there. Now you've seen this listen, learn, read, it's divided into different sections, and like by far and away my favorite is in the listen, because I don't know about you, but I like podcasts and listening to these things at night. In fact, I'll just show you here. I've clicked on the listen. The first thing up there is ABC radio. In fact, you can listen to virtually any radio station in the world, anywhere in the world. All you need is a device, a smartphone, tablet or computer, and an internet connection. So even if you're in somewhere with bad reception, so you do get to travel, you're out, come winter, you'll be out in the outback, for example, absolutely. If you can get an internet connection in Birdsville, which you can listen to ABC radio, whether there's a good radio reception or not. But you can do that 24/7 on your device. Podcasts, I listen to that a lot. I'll click on that, share that, because there's all sorts of things you can listen to.
I'm doing podcasts, love.
Yeah, podcasts. They're, if you like them, just click on that link. And now all these are available to everyone, but this Benefits Plus page has brought it all into one place. And if there's anything that you particularly want to listen to, just click on the search, because any website, often it's in the top right-hand corner where you see a little magnifying glass, that means search. Click on there and type in whatever you want to search for. Let's search for history. Now, I have no idea what's going to come up here. Maybe nothing. We'll find out. Okay, so there's a few things there. If you ever wondered about the history of the perm, that's the first one that comes up. My goodness, I should have tested that search before I did it, shouldn't I? But that said, hey, there are perm fans out there. But I can just close that site and go back to Benefits Plus page, and here we are. Going down to the last one. You just heard before TED Talks. Anyone heard of TED Talks before?
No.
No. They've been around for a few years. TED, T-E-D, stands for Technology, Entertainment and Design. Now, if you don't remember that, don't worry, I'm not going to test you. But it is almost become a word on its own, because TED Talks have been around for, more than 20, 30 years. But for the last 7-8 years, they've become really popular online because there's been really good speakers on some really interesting subjects that have got a global audience because of the internet. So I just clicked on TED Talks, and you can see there's over 3,500 talks, and they're growing daily. And they're really good speakers. And again, sort of like podcasts, but rather podcasts can be programs or stories, that kind of stuff. Podcasts, I mean, TED Talks are typically informational, about information. Like you can see the top there, whatever, I don't know what that means, but which type of milk is best for you? That's probably a good one. And typically they do get different experts and different opinions on different subjects. And they are typically experts in their field. So it's just really, really interesting. Like, could we harness power of a black hole? That's something that I would be really interested in, because I just love that. The science, technology aspect, the futuristic type things. I do like that. And if you want to, you can see the types of things there. But to listen to one of them, all you do is click. See when I move my mouse over, it becomes a finger. Click on that, and it'll open up that particular TED Talk. And just like any video, and that's because that's what it is a video. You can click on there to play, or down there to play, and you can see along the bottom here is a 5-minute TED Talk. So it's a specialist already talking about it. So it's probably the leading scientist in that space talking about it. So it's really, really interesting. Like, could the Earth be swallowed by a black hole? Oh, gee, that's a joyous one. And yet you can see there's almost 1 million people have watched it, 974,000 views. Could we harness the power of the black hole? You can see only 100,000 views. So you can see they're being viewed worldwide, really popular, and you can go back and see them again if you want to. And it's just like clicking on it. I won't click on it now because it could be noisy and I haven't checked the volume of it. But yeah, so all it is click on there. Now we've gone outside Stockland, so you can see at the top here, we can just close the TED Talks, and we're back into Stockland Benefits Plus. And if we can go home, we can go home there or there. So that's only one piece of the activities in education. That's a lesson. It's really interesting. But learning, there's some really good ones in there too. The first one I'd point you to, and the reason why I came to this because I knew what was in here, is the learning, the Be Connected website. That's from the federal government. The federal government fund that, and they fund training for over 55s, IT training. They pay for it. So this website is some really good information on there about technology, about IT, about being connected online, and it's free. All you have to be is alive. You can log in. You need your name, email address, and a password, and you're good to go. In fact, I'm presenting a number of webinars this week for Stockland, and half an hour after today, I'll be doing one on online shopping with Kohls, or online shopping, but I use Kohls as an example. And that's being supported by the federal government through their Be Connected program. So I'll even take a minute or two just to show you how to register for the Be Connected. And that's really valuable as well. Like I say, it's safe, it's age appropriate. In other words, it doesn't assume that we know everything about computers already. It assumes that we're normal and need help. And it's free from the federal government for retirees. We're going along we can go back, the back arrow here, top left. That's the learn, we can read, there's books, free books online. Exercise, this is one that's been really popular too, because we haven't been able to get out for our walks and so on as we have been normally. Or even if you have been, this is a good opportunity just to see other ideas, different exercises that are age appropriate for us and for different joints and things. It's actually really good. You click on each, well, it's already good, but there's a number of options here. So it's just a matter of clicking on one, and it'll go into videos just like you saw on TED Talks, the videos will come up on screen, and it's free. And you simply click on the one you want to watch. Like here's one, active learning. They're little videos. See how I move my mouse over there, turns red, and it'll actually play the video on the full screen. And you can do this on your big screen, on your computer, on your device, whatever's easiest for you. Does that look interesting?
Yeah.
And the best part is, it's all in one place, all in the Benefits Plus space, and it's all free. Which, you never look a gift horse in the mouth with free things, I reckon. I'm just going to check see if there's any questions there so far, because look, if I don't get to the questions while we're going through, we'll try to answer them at the end anyway. Okay, so going back to we'll go back a page, still in that still the new education exercise space. You've got the wellbeing, you've got the financial matters, and religious services. Religious services, the only one that's in there is the ABC, what they stream. But hopefully those that haven't been able to get to church, your church has been providing online streams anyway, which that they should give the link to. But here's one that a generic one that Stockland have got in here with the ABC. So that's the new activities and education space. Like I said, the most popular ones are those TED Talks, podcasts, and the exercise. I'll quickly show you some of the other areas in the Benefits Plus space, because there's some really valuable ones. Like I say, they're free, or in the My Rewards section, which we'll get to as well. There's discounts, which everyone loves discounts. Okay, so I'll have a quick look well, you can play around in any of these and have a look, because you can't break the internet. So don't worry about that. You click on anything. And like I say, you can always go back home if you get lost, but click on home at the top, or the logo at the top left. Now I want to show you this one, of course, because look on the top right there. It's IT for retirees. That's who I'm doing work for today. And like I say, we train IT for retirees. That's all we do. We try not to confuse things, and we don't talk about computer geeks, so that way we can all understand what's going on, because otherwise I don't understand it either. And through this section here, there is a 5% discount on one-off training classes if you want, but there's also you can buy in different bundles. We have classroom training, we have one-on-one training, we can help you with your different devices, whether it's a phone, computer, television, laptops, and so on. You can also go into different areas here. In fact, a good one that people like is Kohls Online. I'll come back to that one, because especially with the COVID-19, there's been a big shift, people needing to buy online. But even without COVID, there is benefits to sometimes getting deliveries, even if not always. Sometimes it might be raining on our shopping day, or it might be we might not be feeling well, and we still got to, geez, I've run out of toothpaste and I've run out of bread and milk. So you still need to get these things, but you just don't feel like going out. You can still order online. But I'll show you that as well. And I think it was mentioned earlier, when you register for the Benefits Plus website up here, you do get discounts for Kohls, but I'll show you that in My Rewards. But when you shop online with Kohls online, you can get free delivery. And to qualify for that, one, you've got to be a member of the Stockland Benefits Plus program. But two, you just need to order over $50. And secondly, or thirdly, you also need to just ask for delivery on a Thursday. Because apparently, they coordinate the deliveries to different villages on the Thursdays. So if you keep it that day and over $50, a member of Benefits Plus, you get free delivery. I'll show you a quick look how to use that in a moment. In fact,
Can I interrupt you there?
Of course. Go ahead.
But you don't do it the day before, or you can't get it. It's got to be almost a week at this point of time.
Correct. That's a really good point, because just like booking a taxi or anything, you do need to get in advance, because the best times, the most preferred times, do book out.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so definitely look a week ahead, and especially now, because it is so popular these days at the moment, definitely well in advance of that. Now, if something happens that you can't be there, or you need it, you can reschedule if you're given sufficient time, or that you can get them delivered to somewhere else. So there are ways around it if something happens in the meantime that's unexpected. But yes, you do need to, just like anything, you need to book in advance to make sure you get your preferred time on a Thursday. Thank you for that. That was a really good point that I missed. So look, I'll go into my rewards, because this is that next section along there, and this is a really popular one. This is where those discounts are. You click on my rewards, and it takes you to different things along here, and you can see includes Kohls, Woolworths, all the others. I'm not a real big fan of getting alcohol delivered, because sometimes that does cause problems if it's too easy to get delivered. But anyway, you can see Hoyts and Event Cinemas. So the most popular things in here is the online shopping with Kohls and Woolies, but also the movie tickets. You can get a discount there. So I'll just scroll down there, and you see there, take me to my rewards. Now this takes you to a separate website, but you're already logged in as a Benefits Plus member. Now it always comes up with some sort of promo at the top. And you can see you can buy different gift cards and so on. But if you scroll down, you can see all sorts of the latest offers, gift cards, movie tickets. And I'm just scrolling down. Have a look. I'll go back up the top, where you can search if you want, because you can see there in the search, it's always generally up the top. Click on there. It doesn't have a magnifying glass. It does most time, but at least it says search, and you can search for whatever you want in there. Let's look for movie tickets, and you can see it starts to come up with different options, a list of different options there. And it's just a matter of scroll. There's that scroll bar on the right that comes up most times. You can scroll through and look which one. Now, there's some some villages that I've been a number of Stockland villages, Greenleaves, Victory, and so on, North Lakes, place like that, and they often have say an event cinema just near them. So just put an event, and that'll come up as well with different things. I'll scroll down there just to give you a look at how to buy it. Now, you can see there's different options there, different prices, different classes of tickets. But one thing to keep an eye out for is sometimes your seniors card actually gives you a cheaper price than the cheapest price here. See, for example, the screensaver, it's $12.50 instead of $21. Sometimes you should check, hopefully you have, but sometimes your seniors card can give you a cheaper price on a particular day. These tickets are typically use any day. But a lot of people also get these tickets, not just for themselves, but also the family members. If they've got the family coming to see a movie and they're taking you can get your seniors card discount, but your family can't, so you can buy these quite well priced. And to do that, simply click on the one you want, and it gives you more information. So, okay, that looks good. The buy now, that's the one I want. You can see there often are restrictions, not valid for use for all sessions on, but it explains that on each one. But if you want to buy now, you simply buy now, and it puts it in your shopping cart, just like anything else at a real shopping cart. Now, okay, I've got one ticket, but I've got my daughter and her son coming, so we'll get two. Got two there. It's going to cost $25, and that's in my cart. Now I can continue shopping and buy some other things if I want, which I will do. So I'm going to continue browsing in the rewards side, and this is where I might buy another gift card or something like that. But something that, again, the other really popular thing here is actually a card from Kohls. So now I can't be bothered scrolling down looking at that stuff there, but look at, there's some here. Like here, I can buy a gift card from Red Balloon. If you ever had Red Balloon, you often get vouchers for dinners and hotels, that kind of stuff. But you can see you can buy a $250 voucher, but it only costs you $237.50. That's a 5% discount. can see there's a number of these things there that maybe 3, 5, 10%. It varies. But I'll just put in Kohls because I'm looking for a Kohls card. Yeah, I can get a Kohls supermarket card for $100. But look at the pricing when it comes up. It's not going to cost me $100. It's only going to cost me $96. So by buying this card for $96, when I go to Kohls, I can actually spend $100, which is, that's a coffee. That's a coffee every time. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to buy that now. You can see there, it lasts for 3 years. So you've got 3 years to spend this. You get it by email. In other words, you get it pretty quickly, to use it. Now just be aware that when you get this card, it's like money. If you lose that card, you've lost the money. So keep it in your wallet and keep it safe.
Can you pay online with those cards?
No, you can't. No, that's one of the conditions they've put on there. You can only use it when you go face-to-face shopping. You can't use it for Kohls online shopping, unfortunately.
Thank you.
So there's the Kohls, and look, I reckon that's a good deal. I might get 3 of them. You can see I'm not spending my real money today, but it's up to you. And can you continue shopping? Or if you want to, you can go to the checkout. Just like walking around a shopping centre, you bought the things you want. Just go to the checkout. And it's just telling me my delivery options, and it's all going to come because the electronic things I'm getting. Now, I haven't entered in my address, my shipping address, which is my email and so on, but what it'll take you to a space where enter your credit card details or a PayPal account. Now, if you're worried about credit card, you don't know what PayPal is, that's actually what I'm talking about in the session in half an hour after we finish today, about online shopping. But be careful where you buy these things, but Kohls online is one of the safer places. I personally use the credit card. However, where I can, I use what's called PayPal. PayPal is an intermediary between my credit card bank and where I'm buying, and it adds an extra level of security. So I actually I set up a PayPal account, registered my credit card there, so that when I buy, my electronic details never go to the retailer. Only the PayPal details go. So it's just that extra level of security for my credit card. Plus, if there's ever an issue with paying your credit card, guess what? It's a loan that's been given by a bank for about 30 days or 45 days. You don't pay your credit card for about 30 days afterwards or 45 days afterwards anyway. So if there's an issue within that time, the bank is very quick to get the money back. So they're very good because it's only paying, effectively it's their money that's at risk. So they get it back for you if there's ever a problem. So credit cards are good. Me personally, PayPal is better. I don't work for any of these companies, by the way. So I'm just saying what I use. That's totally up to you. But look, what I'll do, I'll go back click on My Rewards. It'll take you home in the My Rewards site. If I want to go back to the actual Benefits Plus side, actually it's taken me out, so I just need to click the back arrow here, and it'll take me back to the Stockland side. Stockland Benefits Plus, we can see that address at the top, and here we are back again. So that's my rewards space that we can go to. I'll just quickly again go to Kohls, because we're just looking at the time, so we're coming near the end. But Kohls is worth looking at for those that haven't shopped there before. Click on there. So for benefits for Stockland people, it's free delivery Thursday. But like I said, you must create an account, spend $50 or more, and deliver on Thursday, and use this Stockland free code on checkout. It's just like if you've got a voucher and you're buying something at Kohls at a physical store, you can hand over the voucher and they scan it. That's what the Stockland free promo code is. Just at checkout, you enter that and you get that free delivery if you're over 50 and over $50 and you're delivering on a Thursday. But so I can't remember who said, I mean Judy, but yeah, book a delivery time well in advance, and because it's very popular at Stockland villages, and they do their slots do fill up fairly quickly. Now, one thing I recommend, you can go to the Kohls online shopping site directly, which that's fine, or you can use the app on your mobile device. I've seen some residents do that as well. The only recommendation I say, the very first time you register for Kohls Online, go through Stockland's Benefits Plus website down here to go to Kohls. The reason for that, it does appear to help them link you to Stockland. So just go through here as well, just as an extra step to make sure that they know who and where you are, and that you're part of the Stockland family. So this is the Kohls online website that you can get through Stockland's, and you get that free delivery piece. I won't do a great deal of time here because this is just one of the benefits, but I will show you how to sign up or how to sign up in the first place. Now, I've already registered, but what you will get, you'll click on down the bottom here, sign up instead. So you're going to have to need your name. You'll need to enter, they're asking for date of birth. Don't enter your real date of birth. There's no reason why they need that. That's just your confidential information. You can put in a fake date if you want, but maybe make it a date that you remember, maybe the 1st of April, 1900 or something like that, because in case you forget your password, they need to check it's you, at least you can remember the date. But entering your real birth date, I don't know why they need that. You do need an email address. You do need to enter in a password that's 8 characters long and 1 number. Now, I won't click on this now, that eyeball there. The reason why I won't click on it now, because you'll see my password and you'll be buying stuff left, right and centre in my name. But click on the eyeball, that way you can see what you're typing. And any typos, like I say with me, I accidentally clicked the wrong key, you'll be able to see what you've done. There's something sneaky they've got here, down the bottom. You can see it just came here, but I had to scroll down to see this. That little button here, keep me up to date on special offers. They're going to be sending you emails, and it's automatically ticked. Now, I'm happy to receive that, but just in case you don't want those emails from Kohls, absolutely you're allowed to untick it. That's your choice. I keep it ticked because I'm happy to, but yeah, you don't have to. And then continue. Now, when you continue, it'll ask for a number of things like your delivery address and that kind of stuff. It'll also ask for a phone number. Definitely put in your phone number, put in your mobile number. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, if you ever forget your password here, they will be able to actually send you a text to reset the password. And secondly, just they know who you're talking to. If you ever ring, they've got your record in case they ever need to ring you back about an order or something like that. What I've also got, in fact, what I've done here is, for me, I'll just go back here. It's the observant people. I'll log in, and you'll be able to see this. Log in there. I'll log in. And when you log in, you can always tell it that you are logged in, because on that black ribbon on the right, your name will come up. They'll put some marketing promotional spiel the first time. Just like anything on the internet, there's always a cross at the top right. And turn that off, or just continue shopping and you're back onto the page again. Now I'll just show you here. I'll click on myself here. Now, big hint, always, but that's not my real birth date, of course. I've already told you that. But you can put in your Flybuys number as well. So anyone like me uses Flybuys, enter it in there. So that way, even if you're shopping online or in person, you still get those points for Flybuys, for discounts and free stuff. I like free stuff. Also, the addresses here, this is a little thing I've done. I'll put in the address here. This is my son, Harold. When he was living up in Emerald, he moved out for the first time and he's living up there for work. I wanted to make sure he was eating well, so I was getting fresh food and veggies delivered to his address. So your delivery address, you can actually set up any delivery address you want. Obviously, you don't get if it's not Stockland's, you don't get the free delivery on a Thursday, but I was looking after my son. I think that's kind of a nice thing. But to browse shopping, you can literally click on browse shopping and it'll take you everywhere. There's that little search panel up here. You can type in what you're looking for. You can type in milk, eggs, whatever you want, and it'll give you some options there. And as you buy things, they're not going to be Easter eggs in October, I hope. But just see on the shopping panel down the right-hand side, you've got your trolley at the top there. Now, a lot of people, I do try and keep account of how much you're spending in your trolley. Sometimes you need a calculator or a bit of paper to keep track because you don't want to spend too much. Well, this will add it up for you. So if I get a dozen eggs, you can see at the top right-hand corner, it's now got a 1 in there. So I've got one thing in my trolley and I'm up to $3.95. Just say I want one of these eggs as well. In fact, let's get 2 dozen of those because I reckon they're pretty nice. You can see I've now got 3 things in my trolley and it's adding up for me. So anytime you want to check what's in your trolley, click on the trolley and it'll show you what you've got in there. Now I need to get over $50, so that helps me making sure I'm getting over $50.
Excuse me, Harold.
Yes.
My first time, I couldn't find the Stockland thing, and I had to ring up to find out where it was.
The Stockland free code?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So it's probably a good thing to write that down, but it is written also. That's why if you go, that's another reason why you go through the Stockland Benefits Plus website, because that's got it written there too. So if you go to Stockland Benefits Plus, then you need to log in because otherwise there'll be non-residents getting this free code. But you log in and then go to Lifestyle Kohls, and it's got that code there.
So you don't have any trouble.
Yeah, but there'd be little things like that when you first try any of these things. It's a matter of getting used to it. But the thing is, there's always help. Now, I'm just going to remove all this stuff because I don't really want to buy all this. But just say I didn't want 1 dozen. I want only 2 dozen. I only want 1 dozen. Click on that drop-down list and change it. But I'll actually remove them all.
Yes.
Also,
someone asked, was Woolworths? Woolworths are not doing it for Stockland.
No, Woolworths do have online shopping, just the same. It's virtually the same, but they haven't done the deal with Stockland, no. But like I say, it's totally up to you. It also depends what's near you and what you prefer. And I guess that's why Kohls have done the deal, because they're trying to get the business away from Woolies. That's how it happens. And like I say, I'm showing Kohls here simply as an example of what you can do. I don't work for Kohls. I don't get anything from them. So now, actually, you just mentioned you had trouble getting that free delivery at the very first time. You know, getting the code. If you ever need help, they scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and they have the contact details there. And most websites have their contact details down the bottom. Or looking on this black ribbon on the right, help support. Click on there and it's got the phone that you can text them, you can phone them, you can email them, and so that they do want to help you because any shop, they always want to make it as easy as possible for you, so they're always happy to help. Anyway, look, that's Kohls Online, and that's just one example of the on the benefits on the Benefits Plus page. I'll just open up that again. You can see here we are. I'm logged in and it's got the record. So again, my rewards are about discounts, activities and education. They're those TED Talks, podcasts, the education side, care and health, exercise and lifestyle, everything else, like IT for retirees. It's even got Kohls in there as well, so you can actually go both ways. So hopefully that's been a good help. One thing, as you probably picked up, my name's Harold Peacock from IT for Retirees. You can see on the screen there, that's my email address. So any questions, feel free to email me. If I can't answer you straight away, I won't, but I will get back to you. So harold@itforretirees.com.au. I am presenting the Shopping Online presentation in half an hour. If anyone's registered there, looking forward to that. If not, that's all right. You can always reach out to us at IT for Retirees. We're happy to help in any way. That's the phone number and email address for Christine. She's fantastic. She'll answer any questions, any help. If you want personal training, if you want classroom training, or you want some group presentations, if you don't want to pay for them, there may be ways that Christine will be able to recommend to, maybe speak to your village manager and things like that to work out different ways or different funding from the federal government. Because the federal government there's so much support there, and unfortunately it doesn't necessarily get the publicity that it deserves. But certainly the beconnected.esafety.gov.au website that you can get to through the Benefits Plus page. That's a lot of free resource there. But write down these numbers. Always happy to help.